been a very responsible child. I needed to be strong for my mother. I just really felt that she was fragile. In so many ways, I felt her fragility and her vulnerability.
My mom, she was sad a lot, and she didn't know how to survive without being depressed or sad. So for a lot of years, she was in bed. But the one thing that my mom was passionate about was my sister's music, and that would get her out of bed.
And being too progressive was the thing that she accepted, and she didn't need those things to make her happy.
I used to think, I just want to make my own decisions. And what if that is not being a singer? But I've got to be a singer because my mother needs me to be a singer, because my mother lives for that. And if I ever told my mother that I was quitting singing, I felt like she would go to bed and never get up.
And goodbye to Daddy.
She was my first manager.
Yes. And she would go in and talk to all the band guys and find out, what about this microphone, what about that microphone, all the tech stuff.
Yeah. My mother would book me for weekends, for example. There were usually at least a couple, even in small towns like Timmins, of live band bars. There were a lot of bars that had strippers.
Right.
And so, you know, whole atmosphere was very, very adult and very inappropriate for kids. I loved music and I wanted to sing, but I was afraid of going up on the stage. And I would often get sick sometimes before shows, before gigs. I get a sore throat. I guess I just accepted that there wasn't a choice because I just couldn't imagine refusing her that. I mean, Carrie didn't do, I mean, do you remember doing any bars with me?
I was too shy, I was too nervous. I just couldn't do it. My mom was so determined with my sister's music that they would jump in the car and drive places. So they would use money for gas, they would use money for eating. So if my dad would get angry because we didn't have money, he couldn't put food on the table. And my sister often took the blame for some of the arguments that my parents had. And I'm sure that that is part of the reason why I said no. I did some, but I screamed and kicked and cried and
you eventually just quit, and that was it.
Yeah, and my sister just kept going.
Carrie was free, and I wasn't. To know that my sister had another life with that freedom and with less responsibility made me realize how burdened I was by my life and how not free I was.
I didn't have to take any burden because she took it all. And now I feel it's my turn to switch it around and be there for her.
I mean, you refused, and I didn't feel like I had a choice.
Yeah.
And I really wanted Carrie Ann, of course, to do it with me because it just felt easier to be up there as a team, you know, and not by myself.
Maybe if you would have told me that, then I might have.
We would have understood you too, yeah. It's kind of sad.
Sorry, if she didn't cry, I probably would have.
Why did you fight it?
Because I know we're going to be sharing it with the public.